Hi, it's Maureen Muldoon, and we are here with lesson. So we're on 147. My mind holds only what I think with God. We're reviewing 133 and 134. 133 is I will not value what is valueless, and 134 is let me perceive forgiveness as it is. 133, we'll unpack it a little bit. 133, I have my Spiritual Vixen T-shirt on. Just so you know, I don't have them to sell. I think I ran out of them, but I really like them. If you want one, I'll make one for you. So 133, I will not value what is valueless. So in the beginning of a course, it says, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. That is showing us what's valuable and what's not valuable. What's valuable is love. What's not valuable is form. The form will change. So, the body will grow old, the baby will grow up, the marriage will end, or the marriage will begin, or the job will end, and the job will begin, and this is the land of time, and we don't want to get hung up and strung out on the form that these things take. We want to value what's valuable. What's valuable is the consciousness that lives beneath it all. What's valuable is the river of love that lives beneath it all. And so I will not value the form. The form's going to change. And if I were to get hung up on the form, it would definitely bring me a form of suffering. The Buddha says, don't get hung up on, don't get attached. So I will not value the valueless. It helps us to move into non-attachment, and it also begins to help us to recognize what's valuable and what's not valuable. What's really valuable. So that's a good question to contemplate. Is this of value to my spiritual evolution? And if it's not, then it's an alternative altar, and I need to let it go. The next one that we're going to contemplate is 134. Let me perceive forgiveness as it is. And so forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness happens in the mind, and it happens when we say, I forgive myself for thinking that something went wrong. I forgive myself for thinking that something went wrong. Because I don't want to get hung up in the middle of the story either. I don't want to get hung up on the form, and I don't want to get hung up in the middle of the story. When things die and we end the story at it died, we're in the midst of the crucifixion. When the marriage dies, or when the job dies, or when somebody leaves us, or when something like that happens, we get stuck there. And we end the story at the wrong part. In the Course in Miracles, it says that God guarantees a happy ending. So we don't want to get hung up on the form, and we don't want to get hung up at the wrong part of the story. Wait until your happy ending. Wait until you get the final say of God. So basically, wait till you get your resurrection. Don't stop the crucifixion. That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. So if I'm ending the story, if I'm stopping the story in the midst of the crucifixion, then it's going to be my interpretation. But I don't want to experience that, and you don't want to experience that. So forgiveness releases me. Forgiveness liberates me. Forgiveness liberates you. It's not something we do for somebody else. We do it for ourselves. And it's such a gift to yourself. And when you clear yourself from unforgivenesses, you're just able to be more proactive and more productive and more helpful. So we'll take it into a little meditation. I forgot to mention, if you like these lessons, go ahead and give it a like and share it with your friends and subscribe. Or is it give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends? And join me in some meditation. So the idea is my mind holds only what I think with God. And breathe in, my mind holds only, and release what I think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. And allow yourself to shift into a little more peace, a little more surrender, a little more awareness of the present moment. So becoming aware of the present moment, of the temperature of the air on your skin, of the way that you're breathing, of the degree of sincerity when you contemplate the idea My mind holds only what I think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. And because my mind holds only what I think with God, it's easy to say that I will not value the valueless. The thoughts I think with God are love. And as I contemplate the loving thoughts of God, I let go of all other thinking, all demands, all agendas, all opinions, and state my declaration: I will not value the valueless. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will not value the valueless. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will not value the valueless. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will not value the valueless. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will not value the valueless. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. My mind holds only what I think with God. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. I will not value the valueless. My mind holds only what I think with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will not value the valueless. Let me perceive forgiveness as it really is. We ask the Holy Spirit to assist us in staying present with these concepts, to truly see what is valuable and what is valueless, and to continue to commit to making the choice for love, knowing that as we do so, we will experience indescribable joy. Thank you for spending time practicing with me today. So grateful for these principles and for this course. I mean, how lucky for us to get this course. No, I know it doesn't seem valuable to a lot of people, and sometimes I think, what the F am I doing sitting here spending my days making video recordings of this course? It's such a niche. It's such a niche that at the international convention there was like 450 people there. I mean, it's such a baby of a philosophy. But in David Hawkins' books, Power versus Force, he studies kinesiology, and he talks about the world religions and how when they're closer to the hub of their creation, they're at their purest state. And as they continue to evolve and grow in time, man has a way of polluting them. And so, what I like to remember and remind myself is that we are in the incubator with A Course in Miracles. It's just a little embryo of a philosophy, even though it's so powerful and beautiful. It's not a well-known philosophy, and so we get to enjoy it at its most pure state before it gets too polluted, and hopefully it won't. So you, my friend, if you're studying A Course in Miracles, you are a way shower. You are on the cusp of helping to bring forth this beautiful philosophy. And the way we bring it forth is not just by sharing and teaching it, by embodying it, by really embodying these principles. You can study a postcard of the ocean, or you can jump in the freaking ocean. And those are two different things. When you study, you're still working with the concepts and the illusion of trying to understand them. When you just commit to knowing that this is your bones, that this is your cells, that this is the truth of your being, you suddenly begin to swim in the ocean of it, and there's no more questions. Because when you're in the ocean, you don't question what the ocean is. You're like, I get it. I'm getting it on a cellular. I'm getting it 365. I'm understanding it because I'm in relationship to it. So it's my hope that we move from studying to embodiment. Jump in the ocean with me, baby. Anyhow, I hope not only that you embody it, but that you recognize the great joy, the great peace, the great liberation, the great freedom that comes from dancing with these concepts. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for staying the course. Namaste.